Once again, I'm going to go hard on Luis Rojas, as once again, his lack of logic, his ignorance, is showing today. Right now, it's only 2-0 and it's early in favor of Philly. But here's the problem. He's constantly refused to address the problems popping up lately. 1. At the plate, there's no discipline to lay off pitches. 2. With the starters, specifically Stroman and Walker, they have hit a tailspin he's refused to address or even help them work out of. 3. When it comes to the bullpen, and when it comes to the lineup, I keep telling him this, and it feels like I'm beating a dead horse with this issue, but I'm going to have to keep beating it. He keeps putting Conforto in the lineup when he's a damn dead weight. And when he's a damn dead weight this season. This is not the Michael Conforto 2020. This is not the Michael Conforto 2019, 18, or even his All-Star year in 17. Before the shoulder injury they suffered that knocked him out for the last end of the year. But then again, Mets weren't getting into the postseason in 17 anyway. It looks like I was right about Rojas. Anyone remembers my first rant when I said everyone thought Mickey Callaway was bad with his lack of logic, but Rojas is far worse? This was after the Pittsburgh game. Here's the thing. Do you know what the difference was? At least Mickey got the downward spiral out of the way before the All-Star break. Louis is bringing this team into a tailspin after it. And at least with Mickey, he turned the team around. Sure, in the 2 years they never got to the playoffs, in neither of the 2 years he was managing, they never made the postseason, but at least he made the team look better as it got down the stretch. The Mets of 2018-2019 were a stretch team. Wouldn't do good in the first half, but would come alive in the second half, even if they fall short of the goal. This Mets squad, on the other hand, seems to do well in the first half, but then falls apart in the second half because of Rojas' ineptitude. There's no plate, as mentioned when I started this video, there's no plate discipline, no accountability when it comes to pitching flaws, he's not holding himself accountable for any of what's happening. Luis Rojas, if you ever want to win a game again, hold yourself accountable for your incompetence. Stop using Conforto, stop flying by the seat of your pants, stop making the team jump through hoops, and help this damn team with its flaws. Fix the flaws. Stop, no more Conforto in the lineup, use him as a pinch hitter, and that's it. Or use him as a late-game defensive sub and ensure he never gets up to the plate. Stop ignoring the flaws, thinking everything is fine. It's not. The noise is not being ignored. And come Tuesday, I would not be surprised if we get a Fire Rojas chant started at Citi Field. Believe me, the team playing so bad, it's getting to that damn point where you're going to hear fans chanting, Fire Rojas! Fire Rojas! Fire Rojas! Because this team's willing to fight for you, but you're not willing to fight for them. That's the problem. You've become such a hubristic dipshit that everything is now crashing around you and burning to the ground. That you don't even see the problems. You choose to ignore the problem. Instead of doing something to try to fix it. It should be David Joss running this team, not you. I've said this before. The games that Joss was managing, they actually produced. With you, as I mentioned yesterday, everything slows to a crawl because you refuse to address the problems. You try to shrug them off in front of the press. That's not what a manager does. A manager must hold himself accountable for every fucking fuck up, for every flaw, for every wrong a team does, for every crime the manager commits against the team. And your crime is ignorance. I don't know what to say anymore. This is about as calm as I can be because it feels like we're about to get swept. And once again, Rojas is the... I've said this before, I'll say it again. Rojas, you've become a cancer on this squad and you need to go. Out the door, never come back, and be left to die. Well, okay, maybe not that far, but still, you need to go. Away. Far away and never come back to the Mets. Because, let's face it, this stretch of 18 games is going to define this season. Of the past 18 games is going to define this season. And define how incompetent you are as a manager. It's also going to define whether you stay or go. And as far as I'm concerned, if the Mets were not run by a bunch of fucking clowns at the top, and I'm hoping this time they're not, you go and never come back. And then David Joss takes over. And then we get new hitting coaches who actually know what it means to show this team plate discipline. Discipline at the plate. Discipline to lay off bad pitches. Discipline to take walks. Leave a comment, share the rant, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm done. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.